Hello and welcome. If you're running an online business, you're facing the same huge challenge as everyone else. How do you make sure all that hard work you put into marketing isn't just for show? How do you make sure it's actually, making you money? Well, today we're going to break down a really powerful framework to do just that. So let's just dive right in with the $1,000,000 question, the one every single store owner has to answer. You're spending all this cash on ads, on content, on influencers, but is it bringing back real profit? Or is it just making a lot of noise? Getting this right is everything. It's like this, right? On one side, you have the dream, these beautiful, perfect Instagram ads and viral campaigns. But on the other side, bam, reality hits. Every single dollar has to pull its weight, and you need to see real, measurable results. The magic, the real success, happens when we connect those two worlds. And the bridge that connects that dream to reality, it's ROI, return on investment. Now, this isn't just some boring business acronym. It is the single most important metric you have for tying what you spend on marketing directly to your bottom line. So what is it exactly? Well, Ecommerce ROI tells you, very simply, how much profit you're making for every dollar you spend on marketing. It's your scorecard. A high ROI, that means you're growing efficiently. A negative one, that's a huge red flag telling you to stop and rethink your entire strategy. It's that simple and it's that powerful. And calculating it is way easier than you might think. It's basically a simple 3-step recipe. First, you take your net profit and you subtract what you spent on marketing. Then, you take that number and divide it by your marketing costs again, and finally, just multiply by 100, and there you have it, your ROI as a percentage. Okay, let's see what this looks like in the real world. Check this out, a 317% ROI. That's not just a number on a spreadsheet, that's a story of a business that is running incredibly efficiently. And this is what that percentage really means. It's so clear. For every single dollar this business put into marketing, they got back $3.17 in pure profit. That's the kind of return that doesn't just grow a business, it builds an empire. So how in the world do we get a number like that? Well, it all starts with our first strategic pillar, attract and acquire. This is all about bringing the right customers to your store and doing it efficiently. Let's see how. The absolute foundation of efficient customer acquisition is SEO, search engine optimization. And this isn't about some quick hack. It's about building a long-term asset for your business. Think about it. When people find you through a Google search, they already want what you're selling. That high intent means they're way more likely to buy, which lowers your costs to get a customer. That's just pure fuel for your ROI. Next up, it's about spending smart, not just spending more. This means you should always be testing your ads, always fine-tuning your audience targeting, and creating genuinely useful content like guides or videos that draw people in. And hey, don't sleep on PR and niche media. It builds so much trust and can drive amazing traffic without breaking the bank on ads. Okay, so you've done the hard work, you've brought visitors to your site efficiently. Now what? Well, the next pillar is all about converting them into actual paying customers. This is where you really make your traffic count. And listen, the impact you can have here is just massive. I want you to really remember this. Even a tiny 1% improvement in your conversion rate can mean thousands and thousands of dollars in extra profit, all without spending a single penny more on ads. This is where CRO, or conversion rate optimization, comes into play. Think of it as removing all the friction from the path to purchase. Make your mobile checkout ridiculously simple. Slap some customer reviews right next to that buy button. Invest in amazing photos. The whole idea is to test everything, because every button, every color, every word is an opportunity to make it easier for someone to say yes. And today, we have some really cool tools to enhance that experience. Things like augmented reality, AR, can let a customer see how a couch looks in their living room right from their phone. That boosts their confidence to buy like crazy. And something as simple as a survey, it's a goldmine. It gives you free, priceless feedback directly from the people who matter most, your customers. All right, on to our final pillar, retain and scale. Because look, getting one sale is great, but building a truly profitable business is all about keeping those customers around for the long haul and strategically growing your reach. This is where your owned channels become your absolute superpower. See, with paid ads, you're just renting an audience. But your email list, your social media community, those are assets you actually control. A great email system that follows up on abandoned carts or after a purchase often has the highest ROI of any marketing you can do, period. And when it's time to really scale up, you've got to think bigger than just your own website. Partnering with other complementary brands, selling on big marketplaces, or even dipping your toes into offline retail lets you tap into audiences that are already built. It's like a massive shortcut to growth. So, when you pull all these pieces together, the attracting, the converting, the retaining, a really clear picture starts to form. The real path to profitable growth isn't about finding some secret trick or a magic bullet, it's about building a system. And really, this is the main takeaway. A business that's just chasing traffic is basically on a hamster wheel, constantly burning cash for these little temporary spikes. But a business that builds a system where your SEO, your ads, your conversion optimization, and your retention all work together, that's how you get stable, predictable scaling and real long-term profit. So I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. Take a hard look at your own marketing efforts. Are you just chasing the next click? Or are you patiently, strategically, and profitably building an engine for growth? Because that answer, that's what will define your future.